What if I told you that a team won the UEFA Champions League Group of Death, then defeated the Dutch champions, French champions, and Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid all on the road to a famous European final date with destiny? Surely you would make them favourites, right? Nah, wrong. The team I am talking about is Borussia Dortmund, and though they are massive in their own right, they are also massive underdogs when it comes to taking on Real Madrid in a European Cup final. The mighty royals of the Spanish capital are famous for doing their thing on nights like these in the competition that was built for them, and that their own fans consider their birthright to win. Of course, this game is full of narratives. Real Madrid are yet to play a Champions League final at the home of football, Wembley Stadium, and if they win in England, it would be the 10th nation in which they have won a European Cup final. Of course, it would be their 15th European Cup title in total. A spectacular number for a spectacular team. Borussia Dortmund have some narratives of their own though. The German underdogs, backed by the Yellow Wall, played and lost a Champions League final at Wembley back in 2013, and they will be seeking vengeance. However, it was Bayern Munich who defeated them that day, and it was only seconds away from being a repeat of that very final. Mats Hummels and Marco Reus both played in that game. Hummels is targeting the Euros with Germany this summer, whilst Reus has announced he will be departing Dortmund as he reaches the twilight of his storied career. And last but not least, have you heard of a Ballon d'Or contender known as Jude Bellingham? The Birmingham-born midfield maestro dazzled at Dortmund before moving to Madrid last summer, and now he is the king of Los Blancos, their barely teenage talisman, the man who does it all in midfield. Jude Bellingham is a footballing sensation, and if he wins the European Cup with Real Madrid in his home country, you can bet that he will be a shout for World Football Player of the Season this year. Real Madrid are no stranger to this glitz and glamour, and of course are serial winners, but Borussia Dortmund have just one European Cup to their 15 titles. And with that, we have a wonderful underdog story brewing. For Dortmund, being considered underdogs is not necessarily a disadvantage, as they have historically thrived in this role. Their success in such situations is often driven by team cohesion and tactical discipline. They often use these strengths to overcome technically superior teams. For example, by playing high-pressing football, or even sitting in a more defensive block and playing some fearsome counter-attacking football, the likes of which we have seen under Chursish this year and Jurgen Klopp in the past. Playing as underdogs can be motivational too, and we all know that Borussia Dortmund are one of the best supported teams on the planet. Now, with less pressure and more to gain, a lot more rests on the shoulders of Real Madrid, as it would be seen as a failure for them to lose this game. Dortmund's passionate fan base can provide an extra boost and hopefully get the Yellows over the line. It's also worth mentioning that Dortmund have a fantastic team this year. The likes of Adeyemi and Sancho have shone on the wings. Füllkrug has found his shooting boots up top, and Brandt has been pulling the strings behind him. Ex-Liverpool player Emre Can has come into his own as club captain. Ian Maatsen is a Chelsea loanee who flies down the wing from left-back to great effect. And in Mats Hummels and Schlotterbeck, Dortmund have defensive steel fit to keep the likes of Kylian Mbappe quiet, so it has been proven. Real Madrid, meanwhile, keeps writing their own self-fulfilling prophecy. Winning is in their DNA, and this is certainly their tournament. In Bellingham, Rodrygo, Reus, Modric, Vinicius, Rudiger, and many, many more, they have the star-studded squad one would imagine of Los Blancos, fit to shine bright on a European night. Having said that, underdogs Borussia have had some of their biggest ever European victories come recently against Real Madrid. And in the knockout stages too, Dortmund and Real Madrid first met in European competition in the 1997-98 Champions League semi-finals. Dortmund advanced to the final that year by beating Real Madrid 2, 0 on aggregate, showcasing their defensive prowess and counter-attacking skills. One of the most memorable recent encounters came during the 2012-2013 Champions League. Dortmund, under Jurgen Klopp, faced Real Madrid in the semi-finals. Dortmund won the first leg 4-1, thanks to a stunning 4-goal performance by Robert Lewandowski, marking one of the most iconic individual performances in Champions League history. Despite losing 2-0 in Madrid in the second leg, Dortmund progressed to the final with a 4-3 aggregate victory. So, might it actually be the case that the mighty Madrid have a bogey team in Borussia Dortmund? We don't think they will worry too much about that. Real Madrid won the first 5 editions of the European Cup, setting a standard and establishing their European pedigree early on. They won 3 titles in 1998, 2000 and 2002, showcasing their ability to rebuild and maintain dominance across different generations of players. They defeated Bayern Munich, Leverkusen and Valencia in the big finals. Real Madrid experienced a significant resurgence under managers like Jose Mourinho and later Zinedine Zidane over a decade later. From 2014 to 2018, they won the Champions League 4 times, including 3 consecutive wins, 2016, 2017 and 2018, under Zidane, led by Cristiano Ronaldo and aided by the likes of Sergio Ramos and Gareth Bale. This period was particularly impressive, showcasing their strategic prowess, elite player management, and high-performance levels in critical matches. Since then, they have done it again under Carlo Ancelotti. New stars have been born or bought, and Real Madrid are searching for a 15th European Cup title. It simply is not fair to the others. From Liverpool to Juventus and many more, Real Madrid have made a habit of making the toughest opponents, and the biggest nights look like an event where everyone knew that the script had already been written for their victory. Such has been the nature of recent Real Madrid successes and the soul-crushing late comebacks inflicted upon their opponents, and that it has been very tricky for anybody to get the better of them, even the likes of Bayern Munich in this year's semi-finals when they had the game all but won, or Manchester City in the quarters, who were clearly the superior side, but simply could not out Madrid in their big tournament. Nonetheless, this is one 90-minute game, and anything can happen. Plus, our underdogs, Dortmund, aren't completely devoid of European pedigree themselves. They have a great team and incredible support. Could they make the Dortmund dream come true and defeat Real Madrid at Wembley? Let us know how you see this final playing out in the comments section below. And remember to hit subscribe to stay in touch with all the action and hear more incredible underdog stories like this one.